Really did. I didn't like it. I didn't do things properly. And so my stuff was always skewed and out of true. And I tried to tell people that was the way I meant it to be. And it was just me trying to avoid learning something.
Yeah.
So don't avoid it. Learn it and do it right. And then what I discovered is if you do it right, then it's easier and it can be done when you go on. So now I'm going to
Oh, and these are those that you want us to do with those.
with the larger.
Oh, man, so I guess I'm going to do that again.
Yeah, you will. But I'll show you. There's a tool up on the third floor. What I'll do is we'll come in with thumbnails next week, and I'll show you how to get it up to size so that we can ink it.
And I suppose you want like this done by next class period, yeah?
This yeah, you're gonna have to. I wanted to show you this week, but you're gonna have to have it so that you can start working with your thumbnails. And so that's how we do it. This whole line goes away. And learning how to do this, you want to hold it so that it doesn't shift. And then you brush this off. And when you're working, you want to try to keep your working surface as clean as you can. You don't want to eat a hamburger and come back to work without having washed your hands, because you're going to have extra grease on your hands. And you're going to have grease on your hands anyway. So very often when you're working, you want a little piece of paper, just the same kind of paper underneath your hand, so that you're not getting your oils on the surface. And it's going to stay cleaner, longer. It's hard to keep it clean. And you want something that I've got at home, and I love it and can't live without it, is a desk brush. They're really, really helpful. And you just whisk the surface clean, and it goes to the sides, but it's not staying here. It annoys me to have grit and stuff underneath my hands, and it can make your, it's not necessary. And you have a nice clean surface. I have a whole procedure about how I like to do things, and so that's not part of it. I don't want boogers all over my surface. And I want to make sure that when I'm sharpening my pencil, I'm sharpening it away from my surface, and I've got the graphite contained so that I'm not bringing that dirt back to it. And you'll notice after you've been working a while, you'll have dirt all along here. It's graphite from rubbing across this surface. And you'll notice that if you take a paper towel and wipe this down, you'll get graphite off of this. So periodically you want to clean your tools, because that graphite's nasty. And it spreads and it goes everywhere. They're round molecules. And they travel. They love to travel. And I really don't like smudges and spots, and neither do your clients. They don't want to see it. The whole point of craftsmanship is to not distract people with what's wrong with your work, but it's like a window. Let's imagine that you've saved up your money for years, and you're going to go to a hotel in Honolulu. Okay? You pick the hotel, you even know the room you want to be in to get the view that you want. You've done your research, you've saved your money, and you go. You want this room, you got your sweetheart with you, you're going to have a great time, it's going to be beautiful. You check into the room, and a seagull has shit on your window. Okay? So, what are you going to remember about your vacation?
The seagull.
No, the shit. Not even the seagull, which is a beautiful creature. You're going to remember the shit on your window. And you're going to go, I saved for 3 years. I wooed and won this wonderful person so that we could have colossal world-famous sex in this room. And all I could see is this shit on the window. Right?
That's great.
So think about that in terms of your work. You have a good idea. You have a good idea. But you got shit all over your presentation board. You got smears, you got dirt, it's wrinkled, it's not clean, it's not square. What's the client going to see? Shit. They're going to see the shit, and they're going to go, man, I remember that guy's presentation, it was shit. They cannot even remember what your concept was, what your big idea was, because of how badly it was presented. Now, somebody gets in there and does it, make sure it's all clean and beautiful. All you have to do is call room service. Come get this shit off my window. You clear it up, now you've got the beautiful view of the beach, you've got the beautiful person next to you, and now your vacation is good. And you only had to make one request. Make sure there's no shit on my window. Make sure your big idea is pristine, that everything that's supposed to be square is square, everything that's supposed to be clear is clear, everything that's supposed to be inked in is inked in completely. So it looks great, and when they see it, they go, what a good idea. They don't go, what is all that shit? Right?
Because you focus on the negative.
That's right. And sometimes people can't even see beyond that. Very often, I would suggest. You know, you go into full-on hoity-toity mode, and you get yourself all dressed up, looking as good as you can. You got on a black Armani jacket. You got on an absolutely pristine, brand new Gap white T-shirt that has a little elastic in it, and it feels good. And you've got a cat hair.
That's why I hate cats.
What are you gonna?
Right.
It's your fault. You got to brush. It's your job to make yourself look perfect.
Kitty slippers.
That's right. You gotta look perfect, and so you gotta look at all of it. You can't just focus on the part that you're proud of and ignore the rest of it. It's all got to be perfect. It's all got to be
Where can
pristine.
you get one of those brushes, by the way?
Oh, you can get them at any art supply store
Are they
or
downstairs?
even office supply store.
Downstairs.
What, a drafting
might.
board?
No, I'm talking about the art brushes.
Oh man, you go to beauty supply and get one of those little brushes they brush your hairs off with. That's what I was thinking of.
No. It's a long thing. It looks just like this.
Okay, yeah. And then you want a half inch in between.
Has a little handle, comes up like this, and then it's got horsehair.
Long horsehair?
Long horsehair. It's about 3 inches
Oh, well, you
long.
go get some 10-inch Jackie for that? No.
And so you just take it and you just whisk. Do not dust your furniture with it. Don't. Resist the temptation to dust your whole house with this thing. It'll get dirty.
Can't you clean it?
How are you going to clean it?
With shampoo?
And how are you going to keep it, how are you going to make it lay straight?
Straightener?
Brush it. Straightener.
Brush your
Use
brush.
non-fizz shampoo and conditioner.
I don't think so. It'll loosen the glue that holds it in place. You don't wash them, you just keep them
So I
clean.
know that like it's okay to like wash some that are like that, like you know the
That was on my bucket list.
Yeah. But I wouldn't get it dirty.
Yeah.
You know, if you dust your house, you're getting soot and random shit that just falls out of the sky into your house, and there's soot and dust and pollen and dander and all that. You're just trying to get the boogers off your artwork, so just keep it separate and pristine. And so this is 2, 4, 5, 20. Okay, so there's 20. Okay, that's a lot. What I would like you to do is do your best 20. And what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to explain what it is and what's happening there, using appropriate vocabulary. So this is a chance to push us to utilize some of the vocabulary. You can write it underneath there, but you'll need to know why we're talking about that. Okay, let me get back to this. I don't know myself.